right, let's talk about somebody who didn't get hooked up but thought he had to hook up. Holla if you hear me. Y'all know where that's from. Ex-Jets running back Ty Johnson says on IG he got surgery on the device of the team doctor and was released shortly thereafter. Oh, did they bait his ass? Oh, man, come on. You got to have some big brothers in the league. You got to holler at your boy. You need to be a Wiley's World member, something, because I could have told you how this game going to go. But let's talk through it first. So running back Ty Johnson, formerly of the Jets, he suffered a torn pec injury while working out. Now, I want to know where you were working out, but I didn't get that information. He says the team told him to fix it, but cut him the next day after he did. Ooh, and here's a quote from him. I've had some dark, dark days, man. All right. Told them about the injury. I told them even before this, I was like, hey, first of all, if these are your bosses, if these are the people you work with and gonna get paid from, hey, hey ain't the first word. Should be like, let me explain it. Hey, that ain't gonna work. Hey, was working out. The torn pec happened. Oh, this ain't literal. No wonder they cut your ass. Hey, was working out. Torn pec happened. You got to go now. All right, saw the team doctor. He was like, you need to get it fixed. Damn, really matter of fact there too. That was it? That was the diagnosis? I mean, I know you probably are shortcutting this just to get your point across, but I hope you aren't, because this doesn't sound good. So flew out the next day to get surgery. Came back happy that I got it done, even though I didn't want to get it done. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk, bro. You didn't want to get it done, but you felt forced to get it done, but you called them to tell them about the injury? Okay. And why didn't you want to get it done? A torn pec? There's no other way to get that thing healed but to go in there and fix it, right? So why you didn't want to get it done? That sounds retroactive. It sounds like after the fact, after getting cut, you didn't want to get it done. I don't know. I have not had a surgery in my life that I didn't want to have the surgery. Now, am I happy for surgery? No. Even though I do love that nap you get. You know that nap when they be like, all right, count down from 10, 10, 9, y'all gonna do the surgery or what? And they like, sir, you're already out of surgery. You're in the post-rehab. I'm like, what? Oh my God, the operating room, crazy. So he said he didn't want to get it done. Pause, I don't know about that. All right, then that following Wednesday, you're out of there. So Johnson had surgery on the device of the Jets doctors, even though he says he didn't want to, right? Came back and they cut him. That's the summary. Now we know this doesn't get enough coverage in the NFL, unless you're behind the curtain. This is one of those stories that we know about in terms of what the NFL can do and will do based on injury. Now, when I first got in the league, I remember in training camp, guys were getting hurt. And when they were getting hurt, they knew that they couldn't get cut while injured, right? Now, so guys would rehab, and some guys who were on the fence, some guys who knew that they were going to have a tough time making the team, let's just say they rehab slower, so that the team couldn't release them. So the team had to keep them under their umbrella and continue to evaluate them, not only in their production whenever they got back on the field, but also in their rehab. That was a thing. Now, the team will also cut you and just deal with the injury settlement, but they don't want to raise their hand to spend money, extra money on you when you're not on their team. So you see the bind that the teams are in. But let me tell you how the teams even come to that decision. They're sitting back, watching the practice field, watching all those 100 players go down to 90 to 80 to 53, right? He's hurt, he's hurt, he's hurt. You know what they start saying? When's he coming back? And they say 6 weeks. It's like, when can you get him back? They'll say 3 weeks. Now, you're going to come back in 3 weeks because the money's on the line. You're going to come back in 3 weeks because your job's on the line. You're going to come back in 3 weeks because you got your pride on the line. Players want to play. That's just real. So then you try to rush, and you're rushing at the same time they're rushing you. So concurrently, you guys are rushing back. And if you don't have security, you just race back to get cut. Because as soon as they can say you have a clean bill of health or that they have done what they can to fix you, that injury settlement doesn't look as good, right? So now you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'm good. I just got myself fixed. And now, bye-bye. I don't know where he was when he got hurt. Sounds like he wasn't at the team facility, because if he was, he wouldn't have to inform them that he got hurt. They would have known. They would have taken care of it. So it sounds a little fishy in terms of, and I don't mean fishy like you can't work out anywhere else. I'm saying fishy and you got hurt there, and then you came back to them and got a surgery you didn't want done. Why a torn pec? Man, what else are you going to do with this? So he was damned if he didn't, and funked if he did. And we know he ended up getting funked because he did it. But you had no options. If you didn't get it fixed, guess what? You were going to cut yourself. So try to play with a torn pec out there just flapping and fishing with that torn pec. It wasn't going to happen. So your injury settlement is probably going to be the best way to go about this if you have a strong case, because it seems like they did what they had to do, which is fix the injury while you were under their coverage. But they didn't cut you when you were hurt, because right now you're in the process of rehabbing because of the surgery that you didn't want to have. Y'all catch all this? This is just one layer. This is just one extra level of what goes on in the game beyond the game. So that's what this show is for, to take you behind the curtain and let you know a little bit more about these situations.